Welcome back to another episode of Conan Exiles. It is a very special episode today. We are starting something completely brand new, still on the modded server. This is something I've been wanting to do for a very long time and just now getting around to it. So be sure to let me know if you enjoy what you see. We are going to be hosting a series of challenges for all the players on the server. This right here is the start of the Exile games. You heard it right, the Exile games. Oh man, a series of competitions that I'm going to create courses, different battle scenarios, maybe possibly, eventually, a Coliseum to have epic, crazy battles in. But for the first challenge is inspired based off the very popular, when I was a child, board game Battleship. You heard it right, Battleship. Trebuchet Battleship. Oh yeah. So, concept is very simple. It's not quite the same thing as the board game. It was inspired by it, of course. Obviously, you've got a wall in the middle. Concept is this. You've got two teams, possibly more than one trebuchet, more than one player for each, representing each team. Place a trebuchet down in this border right here in the water. Realistically, you only actually have to place the foundation, the trebuchet foundation, on top of one piece. So, typically speaking, that means that anybody who's not in my clan can go 5 in from either direction of the wall, wherever they want to place this trebuchet. The opposing team or player will do the same thing on this opposite side. Well, if I could get out of the water, that'd be great. Do the same thing on the other side. They will have no idea where the other player is. I did a little bit of testing with the help of Josilyn and Punisher, and we determined that with the increased rates and the different encumbrances and stuff like that, they do affect the trebuchet. So those have been modified. Traditionally, I think it is 10 slots within the trebuchet. I'm pretty sure it's 10 slots within the trebuchet. So traditionally, that would mean you can only put 1,000 stone in here because that's the normal stack rate. But that is not the case in this one. In this one, I believe, wait, hold on, there we go. We can put 2,000. That launches it straight over a 6-high wall. Oh yeah, that's really good. And the other testing that we did, it takes 2 shots to get through the sandstone. So you can technically shoot your trebuchet over the top and hit the opponent, which one hit with the boulder from the trebuchet destroys the opponent's trebuchet. That person wins the round. Or you could take the approach of busting through the wall. Tier 3 is the glass on top, so that's going to be harder to do. You're going to have to make some adjustment shots, probably, because you're not going to know where the other player is. So you can bust through the wall. There's actually 2 walls, so it's going to take 4 shots to be able to do that. And then you're only going to have 1 or 2 shots left of the trebuchet before it breaks to hit the other opponent. Probably like a best 2 out of... I guess probably best 3 out of 5 or something like that. That's what I'm thinking so far. I might make some tweaks before we actually test this game out with other people and see how that is. I'm not 100% sure how we're going to do it, if we can place more than one. If you're in the same team, you'll be able to place more than one trebuchet down, and we'll have 2 players going. It's 2 players. But if you're not going to be able to do that. So that's going to be a little bit interesting to try and figure out who's going to be on what team and all that good stuff, who wants to participate, all that jazz. So, that being said, those are the different means. Now, the other rules that I'm going to come up with and post, pretty much, you can't repair your trebuchet. So you've only got a limited number of shots before your trebuchet breaks. If your trebuchet breaks before you've hit the other opponent, then you lose the round. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. But what I want to do, before we get all this advertised and broadcasted off to the server, I'm thinking what I want to do is build a nice little viewing area. And just something over here, high enough, though, that you'd be able to see the arena from both sides. You can watch the game in progress. And, worst case scenario, you could get hit by a stowaway boulder. So, that's what I'm going to be doing today. I think right around it here is going to be a good location as far as I can just go this far back and then I can go straight up. I don't know how high I need to go up. It doesn't necessarily have to be massive. I need to have a spot where people can actually, we're in a very safe area. So technically speaking, anybody can, I'll probably supply some beds and some boxes or something like that. People can grab a bed, put a bed down. That way, when they lose, or if they get hit, or they die, or whatever, they will actually be able to respawn here, no problem, because we are in a very very far away part of the map, tucked away from everything else. The other thing that was actually mentioned to me and something that I wanted to do was have a reward system. So traditionally I'd say, okay, well, I'll just craft up some stuff or whatever and people will be able to see exactly what's going on with this. But that's not what I want to do. There is actually part of the mod over here, exclusivity? Yeah, you guys know what I mean. Rewards. This opens up the loyalty vendor. So the loyalty vendor gives you all of these different items. I've mentioned this in an earlier episode, but I wasn't sure what they do. Well, thanks to Val, now I know. Basically, I can reward people loyalty coins for winning first place, second place, third place, and so on. A certain number of loyalty tokens in which they can actually go to the loyalty vendor, which I'll have here on location, to claim their reward or rewards depending on how they choose to spend their loyalty coins. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So let me go ahead and start putting some foundations down, all that good stuff. Make this nice little viewing area. I want to make it nice and neat looking. I don't want to just slam down some stairs or whatever and just have a platform. I want to do something that looks pretty nice. And the bleachers are almost done. I'm really liking this so far. I wasn't sure what design I was going to go with, but I think this is pretty good. I mean, it's kind of simple, but I've still got some stuff that I definitely want to do to it to make it look a little bit better. But for right now, this is kind of the nice little baseline of how it's going to look. At a later time, I'm probably going to add in some more decor and things like that. I want to put some benches. I want to put some chairs. But I just wanted to figure out basic layout of this grand old place. And I think the height is actually good too. I know I said I was just going to wait for this. Oh, no. But check that out. I think this right here is going to be a really good viewpoint. Now, my only concern is that these, if I put chairs down, people might not be able to see. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm going to have to test that out for sure. But like I said, we'll figure that in a minute. It's not like it's that big of a deal. If I had to go ahead and just remove some of these fence pieces, I'm not that worried about it. And down below, what I wanted to do is kind of have two locker rooms. Team 1, Team 2, red team, blue team, purple team, yellow team, whatever. Put some signs up there. We can label them for the different matches. Just have a nice little locker room. Now, the locker room is essentially just for storage. Door's going to be open. I'll have a whole bunch of storage chests in here. Individual, I guess I could do individual lockers per player for the team. I don't know how that's going to work. Maybe put some benches around there. Kind of a nice little pep talk area. I don't know if I'm going to put anything up here, though. I tried to do the fence pieces, but if you try and do the normal ones, the regular base materials, you've got the wooden pieces that stick out. And my obsidian stuff is way too dark to put that in here. So I might do glass. I don't know what I'll do. Kind of separate the two teams, you know? The other thing is, I need to make sure and give, like I was saying earlier, with the storage, people have got to have enough space to be able to put all their gear, so if they lose it, they can come back and grab it. Plus, I need to put trebuchets and boulders and all of the equipment, because I don't want people to have to bring that stuff. I mean, if I'm going to supply the arena, I might as well supply the tools. Right now, I've just got these two little boxes over here. That's not what I might actually put some back here. No, probably not. What I'll probably end up doing is putting some torches, adding some lighting all the way around this. Maybe we could do the explosive ones. That would be cool to throw. That'd be really, really cool. The other thing that I need to go ahead and do is I need to start working on a little, I guess I could do a food court, because there is a food vendor. Now, let's see where exactly that is. I think the trader deal, so the attire, the animal, the bartender, general store, the food merchant. Oh. Okay, yeah. So that was all part of the same thing, the loyalty vendor. Huh. I wonder what it's going to take to make the food market. I'm going to have to figure that out. If it's not too bad, then I'll probably go ahead and add it down here. That way people have some food and resources and stuff. And they don't have to worry about that and have a nice little food court type deal. And I also need to kind of designate an area for people to put all their beds and stuff. Now, they're not going to be able to place it on my foundations, but I want to kind of designate a spot that says, hey, this is where you should put your stuff, so it doesn't look trashy and people don't leave it and forget it. Anyways, I just want to give you a little bit of an update. I'm going to keep working on this, add some decor stuff, add some lighting. Yeah, I think it's coming together pretty nicely. Just adding a couple final touches, and I think this is almost complete. Almost. I went ahead and made a couple of these flags. I think they're going to look really, really good. Ooh. I might want to do the Cold Embrace ones, though. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. Well, this one's pretty big. That's the largest one you can get. I'm thinking, well, those are pretty small. I don't know if I actually want to use these or not. I've never used them in a build before. I think they would look good. I've seen them in combination before. But at the same time, I feel like I need to do something. But I don't have enough wall space on that one to do it like that. Unless we decided to... Should we just go ahead and place one like right there? What does that look like? Can we do two of them? Like that and that? Wouldn't be too bad. Can we do one right in the middle? Like... that's pretty good right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That looks good. Okay, let me go ahead and show you guys what I went ahead and did. I did a little bit of decor off camera just because I got a little carried away. I added this whole little section up there. We'll get to that in a minute. But let me show you the locker rooms. So we've got a sign above that. We've got some lighting in here. We've got two benches on either side. I went ahead and decided to go ahead and leave this open. Got a nice little feel. A nice little open feel to it, but still secluded. I think that's pretty neat. I've got 3 individual wardrobes for individual people. I can add their names in here. They can drop all their items off. Then I did the same thing over here, just flipped it where the benches are on this center wall. I added a window on either piece. Oh, that's weird. Huh, looks like the flag is coming through the wall. I don't think it's supposed to do that. That's okay, though. And I think the amount of lighting in here is actually relatively good. I'm glad I added the window, though, because it just adds that much more light in here. Just the nice little subtleties of it. And when the sun sets, we're going to have a nice little beam come through. Oh, yeah. That's good. I added a walkway down here and a staircase. That way, when both teams come out of the locker room, they can go down here, go to their respective sides, start placing their stuff down. I need to still add a couple of other chests and things like that with trebuchets and boulders and all the ammo and all that good stuff. I'm thinking about actually adding in some dyes as well. So if people wanted to dye their armor so we could have 2 different colored teams, that'd be pretty cool. I wish that there was a way that I could make a custom flag. That would be so cool. Game devs, if you're paying attention to this, that would be very, very, very cool looking. Let me go ahead and add a torch. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and add one of these iron braziers here. We'll add one in this corner. It'll reflect off the walls right here just a little bit. Ah, yeah. Nice little subtleties like that. I think the lighting as a whole is pretty much is pretty good. It's pretty sufficient. I think we've got plenty of lighting. Added a pillar here with 2 torches on the other side. I added all of these benches. They face the right direction. People just have to move their camera angle. They'll be able to see it, no problem. Same way with this one, and then these 2 back here, they should be fine as well. Yeah, well, these aren't as practical, but at the same time, they still... I don't know if we're going to have that many people watching at the same time. There's going to be plenty of people probably standing around, messing around, all that good stuff. Add a couple pillars here, just for decoration. I didn't actually want to add any torches or anything like that, but I guess I technically could. These get a little bit weird sometimes with how they're able to snap. We should be able to do one like right there as well. That won't be too bad. I added some chairs here. These chairs definitely allow you to be able to look. Added some torches on the front like that. Then where did I place that? On the 4th one? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Like right there. And then right... Come on, snap. Perfect. And of course, I couldn't live without a throne. You have to have a throne. Wow, that's kind of hard to see. But you can still see. I mean, let's do V mode. Wait, what? Can I not do V mode? Are you serious? Now I zoom in, out. What the heck is going on with this thing? Okay. Well, that's kind of disheartening. And my legs are going through the ceiling tiles. Wow. Okay, but either way, I guess if I really wanted to, I could add some dancers or something like that in here. You could see. Kind of. Sort of. But I think aesthetically, it looks really good having a throne up here. Because, you know, this is my throne. I mean, this is my build, my throne. I can stand up here. I can watch all of the other players do their thing. I think that turned out really, really nicely. I still have yet to actually add the loyalty vendor in. I need to do that. I need to make some kind of a food vendor area with the food market thing. But it's turning out a little bit bigger than I anticipated. But at the same time, I think it's actually starting to come together really, really nicely. I think it's going to be a nice focal point that I don't even have to be here for other people to actually play around with this thing. Now, the only thing I will have to do is if they do play it without me, I'm going to have to come back in and replace these sandstone foundations, but that's really not that bad. Really not that bad at all. And I'm thinking I'm probably going to have some kind of a food vendor over to the side. I don't know if I'm going to go this far this direction or not, but either way, I mean, there's nothing that spawns over here. I think there's actually a little bit of a hatchling nest on this little corner piece or whatever. I have a campfire down here that was just for me so I don't starve to death. I can go ahead and remove. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and keep that there because there's still plenty of stuff that I need to do. But as a whole, I think that turned out really, really nicely. So anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call this the end of the episode. Very excited to be able to try out the Exile games round 1 or game 1, whichever one. Because I'm thinking there's probably going to be at least 3 different types of games that we're going to do. I'm thinking about a gladiatorial ring, big Coliseum type deal, build all of that. Oh, I think that's going to be a lot of fun. And then maybe something else, something a little bit of a surprise. I know I gave away the Coliseum earlier on in the episode. I think that's going to be good. But that's all I'm pretty much going to tell you guys for now, because it's got to be a surprise. It has got to be a surprise. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully you're as excited about this as I am. Bye-bye.